Hello, my name's Jodie Whittaker. What's the news? What is my view of arachnids in UK? It's brilliant. And I should know because I'm in it. I'm the doctor. It's bloody great.
Cheers, Jodie. Thank you very much, Jodie Whittaker there at the beginning for introducing my video. Legit. Anyway, a little bit tired today. I've actually been to another Doctor Who filming location today. Yeah, technically it is. I've been to Stonehenge, and yeah, it was a really awesome place to visit. Something different. One of the wonders of the world. If you've never been and you live in the UK, go and take a look at it. If you're just visiting the UK, then once again, just go and have a look. It's a really interesting thing, and I'm convinced it was aliens. Anyway, let's get on with today's review. Arachnids in the UK. It was good, wasn't it? I liked it. Story-wise, it was a cracking story. What a cracking story it was. Spiders attacking people, going about their daily business, but dragging people down bathtubs and suffocating them in their beds. Whoa, what's going on here? First instinct was watching it, I thought, this has got to be something alien. Are these alien spiders? Something's obviously cracked off here, or somebody's manipulated these spiders, which was obviously right. Are they the villain of this story? Absolutely not. These spiders are domestic spiders, or just normal spiders that have just mutated, and you know, and probably wondering, why am I so massive? Reminds me of a story. Excuse me, I'm going to bore you for a minute. A scorpion and a fox. If you've not heard it, you might learn something. Scorpion and a fox trapped on an island. Water levels are rising. Fox goes to swim off. Scorpion goes, what about me? Fox goes, whoa mate, I'm not having you, you'll sting me. Scorpion goes, listen mate, I want to survive as much as you do. Help me get across. It's not going to happen. Honestly, we both need to survive. Fox thinks about it. Allows the scorpion to jump on its back. They're swimming, halfway over. Scorpion stings the fox. Fox says, why did you do that? Now we're both going to die. Scorpion says, I couldn't help it. It's in my nature. Which reminded me about these spiders in this particular story. They were attacking people, but they were doing nothing wrong. They were just being spiders. Normally spiders will catch flies and little insects, but obviously because they're so huge, they needed better food. You know what I mean? They weren't the villain of this story. Like I said, the villain of this story are the people that manipulated the spiders in the first place, in my opinion. The American fella, he didn't help much, did he? Killing the spider at the end of the story when it was already dying just made him look like a bit of a dick. But in most of Doctor Who stories, it's always the American that's actually, you know, when you see an American at the beginning, you know that guy's going to be the villain. And I'm sorry for you guys across the pond, but it's probably the same as you. You watch your standard TV show and the British guy comes in, you think, okay, he's the villain. So I can understand why they got this guy in to be the bad guy, if you like. I've been interested to see how, if they did maybe a flash forward at the end of the episode to find out actually what he was doing and what happened to him. Did he run for president? But I guess his name will probably pop up when I can remember it. His name will probably pop up sometime in the future. Probably similar to that of maybe Harriet Jones, when obviously she was in the episode, and then throughout the course of, you know, several episodes her name was mentioned a few times, and then there you go, she's Prime Minister. Maybe that will happen in this with this guy. We just don't know. Atmospherically, great. Story, great. The score, once again, fitting perfectly with the episode. I think maybe it's because I'm not a fan of that genre of music, but I felt like the sort of the drum and bass, whatever type of music it was, got went on a little bit too long. We got the gist of it, so maybe that scene could have been scaled down. Maybe, well, I can't see how you can scale it down because it was just perfect, the scene wise. But the music, I thought, for me personally, who I didn't like that type of music, was basically me just going like that. You know what I mean? I wasn't exactly a fan. But that's the only thing I didn't really like. But I can understand, before you guys go, oh, I understand why they did it. It was loud, it was bassy, and that was to get the spiders' attention. I understand that. Character interactions, definitely sense sexual tension between Ryan and Yaz. You know it's coming, it's going to happen. I'm glad that Graham went back to the house, and I'm glad that he had that memory of his wife. I thought that was quite touching. Obviously she wasn't there, it was an interpretation in his head of what she would be saying now if I was sitting there sniffing her coat and my mum telling me to put the bins out, etc. I can understand that and I can relate to it. Ryan obviously has feelings for Yaz, mentioning to her for as an example that, oh my god, well, I only live down the road, you live here, and people asking, are you two together? And he's going, well, no. But you can sort of tell by his face that I wouldn't mind, to be honest with her. Yaz, I can't quite get her. I'm not sure if she has some kind of feelings towards Ryan. I'm not, I don't sort of get that at the moment. Lesbian and gay, mentioned again, straight from the off. I'm your niece's wife, and Yaz's mum going to you two together. So if they're still trying to reference it, which isn't a bad thing, it has to be mentioned from time to time, you know, as a way of putting it out there and putting it on mainstream media, but not having it sort of in your face. It's good, just mentioning it, briefly mentioning it in passing, not making a big deal out of it, but just mentioning it. I don't think it's a bad thing. But I picked up on it. How many other people picked up on that? Do you know what I mean? Is this just Doctor Who nowadays? I don't know. Mention it in every single episode. I can understand why, and is it a bad thing? No, but it's getting a bit too obvious now. I think we get the point, but briefly mention it from time to time, I think is good. But, you know, it's like a lot of things, why do you have to just mention that? Why don't we sort of get other things like gun crime mentioned in there, and other things that are pretty shitty in the world at the moment? Sorry, I digress. The story itself was great. The music was great. The episode itself was great. Like I said, that bit of music scaled down. I would prefer to have seen. Yes, I'd like to have seen I enjoyed seeing the bits of Graham and seeing Yaz and Yaz's family, but maybe scale that down just slightly and have more action inside the hotel. I would prefer to have seen the whole episode just in the hotel. Maybe the TARDIS land in the hotel, spiders, webs, right, let's get cracking on with this. I can understand why they did the story like, but, you know, bringing other people into it, but a whole episode just in the hotel, I thought would have been good and quite atmospheric. But these are just my opinions. I'm going to give this episode a solid 9. I enjoyed it. Like I said earlier, those couple of things which I personally thought could have been scaled back to make the episode better, scuppered it from being a 10 really. But a solid 9 is all good. What do you guys think? Comments. When you guys see a comment below from Shireen Salmon, click on it. It's her blog of everything about this episode. It's her interpretation of this episode, and it's all in the written word, all written down, all on a typewriter. You can imagine, like Murder, She Wrote, Jessica Fletcher, ripping paper out, right, stuff like that. But no, it's all done on computer, like the 21st century computer. And it's just her basically doing her blog. So she will leave a comment down below. So check her out. Just check out Serene Salmon and click on the link. I'm sure she'll put it on. You better, there'll be trouble, lady. You get me. So do it. It'll be alright. It's going to be a laugh. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. What do you guys think about the episode? And unless there's anything else, we'll see you next week. And don't forget if you're still here, to go back through my other videos and check out when I went to Cardiff on 2 occasions, where I visited Doctor Who filming locations. I think the one video I got very wet and almost got stabbed by homeless people, and the next door neighbours of the real life house where Amy and Rory lived, with the blue house, their next door neighbours came out and shouted at me. Check it out. Take it easy, guys. I'm off to sleep. Goodbye. I'm not dead.